Hello, patrons and latecomers. Today, we're going to have a little bit of fun because I'm going to taste and review things that I have not bought. I have not picked out. I have not gone on a split. I have not even been sent them by, like, marketers or companies who want, free coverage. No. These were gifted to me by my neighbors. I'm not going to tell you who they are because I don't think they'd want to be spread around the YouTube, but thank you, by the way. So what have we got? I have got... Well, first of all, I should say that my neighbors are great people who are aware that I'm a nerd, so they didn't just go out and buy me Basil Hayden or anything. I got Żubrówka Bison grass vodka, and this is the real stuff. I'll talk about this in a minute. And I also got Cadenhead's blended sherry cask blended malt whiskey at 54.4% alcohol by volume. So two very unlike whiskeys, but I'm excited about trying both of them. All right, a little bit in each glass. And we will start with the bison grass vodka, I suppose. Now, you can find Żubrówka on something that says Żubrówka, at least on U.S. shelves. But it is not this, because this stuff was banned by the FDA. I think back in the 70s that it's apparently some of the ingredients had a tendency to thin the blood. Now, I've heard from certain people that thin blood is very good, that they do not want thick blood pulsing through their heart. But, whatever. So this is 37.5% alcohol by volume, which is lower than legal minimum. And it is, vodka that has been macerated in bison grass, and you can even have a little piece of it still left in the bottle for decorative purposes. All right, so I don't know anything else about this, but I'm just going to give it a whirl, see what we got. On the nose, it smells like a nice vodka. I am definitely getting, ethanol. That is in there. This is very, very highly refined. This came off a big old honkin' column still. But it's pretty well made. There is a lovely vanilla note. A little bit of lemon peel. Even like a new potato note. I'm guessing this is not... that would be more prominent. It was made from potatoes. I'm guessing this is rye. There's not really a graininess to this. Lightly nutty. There's what is that? Like a pistachio thing on this? I'm looking for grassiness. Not really. It's a little bit floral, but it's more like a new potato kind of floral, if that makes sense. Good vodka nose on the palate. So this is going to get all the complaints I would normally give vodka. I would love to see this bottled at higher strength. I would love to see this at, 45, 50%, something like that. Something to let it show what it's got. And more than that, I would love to see it just pulled off the still a couple of plates lower. Give me this stuff distilled to 85% alcohol and then proof down versus, this is probably above 90, well above 90. That said, it's kind of yummy. Is there ethanol? Yeah. But surprisingly nutty. There's the pistachio thing. There is an almondy thing, almost a candied almond thing, roasted and rolled in sugar and a little bit of honey, with some vanilla in there. Not getting as much of the potato thing. There's a little bit of that of the potatoey florals, potato flowers thing in there. A little bit of lemon peel. But yeah, on the palate, we're much more focused on like candied nuts. I'm imagining this is not, tasted out of a Glencairn glass very often. Apparently, this is mainly to be served with delicious apple juice, which sounds fabulous. I can't hate this. It's not. I can't give a score it out of the stratosphere, but it's very, very yummy and charming. And there are a lot of much more expensive, like lame tequilas, lame blended whiskeys that I would prefer to drink. That I would not prefer to drink over this. So I'm gonna give this like 2 drops just to see how it develops with water, maybe 3. I'm guessing we won't see that much, but well, who knows? We'll see if this surprises me. Have some water. Cadenhead. Sherry cask blended malt whiskey, bottled at 54.4% alcohol by volume. Jesus. I've been looking around this for like a batch number or something, but no, this is just, I guess, what they had around the distillery when my neighbors went to go visit Scotland. The Lucky Ducks. Now, full confession, I tend to be wary of any sherry cask coming out of the Springbank folks. They can get a little stanky. But they have gotten better in the last couple of years. Just be wary of older sherry casks like Springbanks and Cadenhead stuff. Okay. Am I getting like a stinky, rotting egg salad sandwich? No, I'm not. It just smells like a nice sherried whiskey. What am I getting? I am getting beef bouillon cubes. There's a chocolatiness to this, but it's not really chocolate. It's like Nesquik. Maybe some old leather books, something like that. There's a graininess to this. It's but it's like a cereal graininess. It's like Captain Crunch. Sort of. So Captain Crunch covered in beef bouillon cubes and Nesquik. I mean, that's kind of what you're getting here, but nice. There's some honey. Hard to tell. Maybe like some orange blossom honey. Actually, a little bit of orange creeping in now. Orange peel. Blood orange peel. Get florals, not really. Herbs, not really. I would guess most of this is coming from like a pretty clean space cider. Maybe some, maybe a little bit of Highland whiskeys, or even like a cleaner Campbelltowns in there. But it feels fruity. There's some mashed apple in there, even some apple cheese. One of my favorite notes. Okay, it doesn't smell old. I'm guessing this is a relatively young sherried malt, but let's see. That's interesting. So you know what I wasn't getting on the nose here so much? I wasn't really getting black pepper. On the palate, there's a lot of black pepper. Yeah, relatively young. You can kind of tell because it's a big old explosion of sherried yumminess up front. And it hangs on pretty well, and there's some pretty good texture. But it's all kind of at the, towards the front of my mouth. Nothing is really happening past my molars. It's not hitting my tonsils. It's not hitting my lungs, which is generally an indication of a younger whiskey. That's not a bad thing. That's just kind of what it is. Yeah, black pepper, and then a lot of the stuff before. You got your your kind of beef bouillon, vegetable bouillon too, a little bit. Why not? Ovaltine, a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of like a baklava thing. Captain Crunch, mashed apples, apple cheese. What is going on over there? Some like stewed, some kind of stewed tea. Let's go Darjeeling. Stewed Darjeeling. And, you know, some nice florals. Maybe some, like cinnamon toast with butter thrown in there along with the Captain Crunch to kind of fill out the graininess. It's nice. It's just a nice, pretty, basic, young, high-proof sherried malt. And I like that. 2, 3, 4. That might be enough. I'm going to put these down to proof a little bit, just to see how they react. If they react well, that tells you something. If they react badly, that tells you something. Leave that aside. Come back to the vodka. All right. So what I'm really hoping for is that the water, the 3 drops I've added to this bison grass vodka will bring out the bison grass a little bit more, because I was enjoying this, but I was really missing, like, where's the grassiness? Where's the herbs? Okay. All right. Wow. All right. Poland's showing me a thing or two. The Żubrówka is now absolutely throwing me like some herbal grassiness. It's what I was hoping would happen, and it is happening. So the ethanol is pulled back. So is the vanilla to some extent. I'm still getting the florals and like the new potatoes. A little bit of lemon peel, but all the stuff that is left has been replaced with a really lovely, like, herbal grassiness aroma. More than that, though, it's like almost like a chopped asparagus thing. Oh, that's fun. This is winning me over. I gotta be honest. It's a 37.5 ABV vodka, and it's putting a big old smile on my face, on the palate. Ooh. Same kind of story on the palate. It's still got a little bit of the candied nuts thing, but a lot of that is pulled back. A lot of the sweetness is pulled back in order to let a kind of grassy, herbal, vegetal character come through. Slightly floral, slightly more floral too now. I don't know if I liked it better before. I think I like it better now. So yeah, if top tip, if you've got a bottle of this and you're going to drink it neat, try adding like 3 drops of water. It really brings out the bison grassy side of this. Hard one to score. I mean, could be better. I'm not going to deny that. Like higher proof. Letting the distillate, like the raw material, show itself a little bit more by pulling it off the still, at a little bit of a lower proof. But this is really fun. I'm delighted to have a bottle of this. What am I going to score it? I mean, one more time. I mean, the development, the technical stuff this is nailing, it's pretty decent. It's not good, but it doesn't suck. Well, I mean, it sucks a little bit, but it's not bad. I'm going to call this like a 78 plus. And that's not a stellar score, by the way. But, I mean, again, compare this to some of the other vodkas I reviewed, some of the much more expensive tequilas I have reviewed, some of the blended whiskeys I reviewed. This is, and it's just fun. It's just a delight to have around. Moving on. Back to the Cadenheads. Same nose, basically. A little bit of a malted milk balls kind of thing creeping in now. But basically the same thing. It's beef bouillon and Nesquik and some Captain Crunch. And that's fine. That's delicious. On the palate. There's a little bit more of a heathery thing kind of kicking in now. Actually, absent the peat, it reminds me a little bit of like some heavily sherried Highland Parks I've had in the past. Independently bottled Highland Parks. Again, it hasn't really, developed a whole lot with the water. It tastes pretty much the same. Mouth presence, nice texture, finish holds on pretty darn well. The length in the mouth, how far back it is traveling, it's still a young whiskey. Like, this is not hitting my tonsils really at all. But it's hard to knock it for that. It's just not that kind of whiskey. I'm enjoying the Nesquik aspect of this. Hard to find fault. I mean, for me, this is a textbook 85-point whiskey. It's just, it's never going to be like the star of your collection or the best thing you're going to open if you're going to do a flight. But it's fabulous to have around if you're starting a flight. Like if you're having some friends over for a tasting or something, you got some heavy hitters coming up. Put this in front of them. Put this at the beginning of the flight, because it's good enough that it can get your palate all primed and ready to go. But it's not going to blow you out. It's not. It's just going to. This is a fantastic warm-up whiskey. And yeah, those are the scores. We have got a 78 plus for the Żubrówka, and and an 85 for the Cadenheads. I am enjoying both of these thoroughly, and once again, thank you. You know who you are. And thank you for watching, and cheers.